The NFL season is underway and there's a bunch of surprises in a good and bad way, disappointing teams and shocking teams. I don't think many people expected some teams to start the way they did, like the Broncos or Jaguars. I love this sort of beginning for the season. You don't know who's going to underperform, who's going to surprise, and it makes the whole watching experience in fantasy much more exciting. Now, I don't want to make this video long since it's just a review of the football played in the month of September, so I won't go over every team, of course. Now, I'm going to include week 4 in this video since the first game of week 4 was in September. I'm going to just go ahead and count it. If y'all like this type of video, let me know so I can keep on doing it. It's also an easy video to make compared to the other ones where I have to do research and all of that. Just much easier of a video. Hey, what's up guys, it's NFL Times here with another video. Keep in mind that I don't watch every single NFL game because 1, I genuinely can't, and 2, I have a life outside of the NFL, believe it or not. But I still watch football and I still do it on a weekly basis. As a matter of fact, I still love watching football. I mean, if I didn't love football, I wouldn't be making a channel over it. But the reason I'm telling you all of this, because I don't want y'all to think I'm perfect and going to be correct in every take I have. If you have a different opinion, please let me know. Anyways, on to the video. I want to start with some of the more surprising teams this year, and the first team that pops up in my mind is the Jaguars. Yeah, I know there's other teams that have surprised the league way more than the Jaguars have, but that's just the first team that comes to my mind, so I'm going to talk about them first. Despite losing to the Commanders in week 1, they would not only beat the Colts at home. If you watched my 21-22 season review video, you would know why that's ironic, but they would shut them out. And then they would surprise the league and destroy the Chargers, but then they would lose their 4-week game to the only undefeated team in the league, the Eagles. It was a close game though, but talking about the Eagles, I did not expect them to start off 4-0. I thought they would be a decent/good team, but starting 4-0 and being the last undefeated team in the league is something to be proud of. And their opponents weren't the easiest as well. A 3-1 Vikings team, a Lions team that has the #1 scoring offense, ignore the defense though, a good Jaguars team, and well, the Commanders. The last team I want to talk about that surprised me, and well, I should say the league, is the Giants. It seems like very much so that Saquon is back. I mean, he does have more rushing yards than 21 NFL teams at the time of week 4. I'm still cautious about them though. They barely beat a Titans team and the Panthers and the Bears. I need to see them beat a good team first. Okay, as I am editing this, they just beat the Packers and then they beat the Ravens the next week. So, I think it's time to start thinking they are a good team. Anyways, the whole NFC East is surprising me. I didn't expect the Eagles to start off that way they have. Didn't expect the Cowboys to look that good, and same goes for the Giants. And the last team in the division, the Commanders, no one cares about them. Anyways, in September, the NFC East was having a mid-off. Packers and Vikings are fighting for the North. NFC South is just meh. Oh, and Matt Rule sucks. Once again, as I'm editing this, Bro got fired. On to the AFC. AFC North is also having a mid-off. AFC South just sucks, to be honest. The Bills and Dolphins are fighting for the East, and I can't remember the last time I've seen the Patriots at the bottom of the division after a couple weeks in the NFL. Well, maybe when they had Cam, but I honestly don't remember. And the AFC West, well, let me just say this. What the hell is this Broncos team? What is this coaching by this bald-ass dude? I always said to not trust bald people. I just don't get it. And this offense has not been much better, if any, better than past years. You lose the first game of the season in one of the worst decisions made by a coach. You decide to attempt a 64-yard field goal instead of going for it on a 4th and 5. I get it if they had Justin Tucker and if it was a mile high, but they do not have Justin Tucker and it was not a mile high. It was just so bizarre and so stupid. But I also want to show y'all this stat. This is Wilson's conversion rate in the 4th quarter when he has to convert a 4th and 5 or less. Almost 70%. And this is the conversion rate when he has to convert a 4th and 5 or more. 40%, which isn't the greatest, but it's still okay. Now, this is the percentage of kicks that have been made over the past 30 years that were 64 yards or longer. 6%. 6%. In what world do you kick it? I'm telling you, never trust bald people. And it doesn't get much better. In week 2, they were struggling against the Texans. Like how? They were losing for most of the game. Like, it was just so embarrassing to watch them play. And then in week 3, they had the most mid-game ever with the Niners. Like, how? Like, how do y'all have such bad of a game on prime time out of everything? And believe it or not, it just gets worse. because the very next week, they gave the winless Raiders, the 0-3 Raiders, their first win of the season. Like, this team has been such a disappointment, and it's so tough to watch them play. And talking about disappointing teams in the AFC West, the Raiders have two, but not as bad. They're 1-3, and honestly, I doubt they make a comeback throughout the season, but I could be wrong though. I'm not wrong though. Anyways, I'm gonna go on to players instead of teams now, because I've already gone over the teams I wanted to go over about. And the first player I want to go over is about Tua. I would attempt to say his last name, but honestly, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm gonna just call him Tua. Tua is doing good despite being bullied for the entire offseason. But then, I just have a question. How do you see Tua literally collapse like he's self-destructed and then send him out to play again against the Bengals? Like, what kind of medical staff do the Dolphins have? What kind of organization are y'all running? Like, first y'all lose your first round pick, and then y'all send Tua, who's on life support, out there to play a football game, and then he got injured and got taken to the hospital. I'm glad it was nothing serious though. Oh, it's also nice to see that Baby Hands is getting some playing time. He threw 2 picks, but honestly, I don't think either of them were his fault. But the Steelers may get their first losing season since 2003, which just sounds weird to say, but don't count the Steelers out. They're way too prideful and way too big of a franchise to just sit there and go on 5-12. They're going to fight for that winning season. Anyways, I hope Trey Lance recovers well from his injury. I mean, it's not like he was playing great before it anyways, but talking about quarterbacks from the 2021 class, I don't want to overreact, but Justin Fields is not looking good whatsoever. It could just be the Bears having a bum team, but I guess we'll just have to find out. But so far right now, it's not looking that good. And on the subject about quarterbacks, I think the race to be the best quarterback this year is Mahomes, Lamar, and Josh Allen. But in my opinion, I think it's Josh Allen this year. He's just playing so good, so spectacular, and the Bills are just a very good team. I would watch out for them. A pretty shocking start to the NFL season. I mean, the Patriots and Steelers started off bad, and the New York teams are being good, like at the same time. It's so weird, but we can always count on one thing. The Atlanta Falcons will always blow a lead. And that will be all for today's video. I want to talk about more subjects, but I'm trying to keep this video short. Lots of shocking things that have happened to start the season. I'm excited for all the football that will be played during November. If there's anything I missed, please let me know in the comments. I hope you are all having a good day or night. Take care and peace out.